Hello, hello, hello. Once again on YouTube here. Gonna keep that up for a little while at least. Maybe I'll even stick with it, who knows. But the important part here is that we are going to confront the monkey guy. Because we suspect him of being a bad monkey guy. Classic song. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. And look at him being all maked up. No, not made up. Maked up, because it's makeup, you know. Anyway. Are you guys here for the show? Mr. Keys, Miss Berry. You're a little early. I'm sorry, but we're still getting ready. But I'm so happy you came. You remembered our promise. Yes, I remembered. You asked us to come and see the show when you gave me this. I'm so happy you came. Please enjoy yourselves. I'm sure my performance will surprise you, Mr. Edgeworth. Your performance has already surprised me, Mr. Keys. But he hasn't performed yet. Regina, please have a look at this photo. Is this balloon the property of the Berry Big Circus? Ah, it is. Did you see it flying around somewhere? It's highly likely that this balloon was used by the culprit in the case we are investigating. Huh? Who is in charge of the balloon? Well, that would be Simon, but... Are you saying... Mr. Keys, you flew this balloon in the middle of the night, did you not? I do occasionally practice alone at night. I'm not much of a pilot though, I am a little clumsy. Heh, so for practice, you'll do something as challenging as flying a balloon at night. Wouldn't that be rather difficult for someone who is clumsy and not much of a pilot? Then what do you think I was doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, what indeed? You brought Kay to the roof of the Grand Tower in order to frame her for the murder of Jill Crane. Not a single security camera recorded Kay using the elevator. Therefore, the only way she could have gotten up there was through flight, or through Spider-Man climbing abilities. And the only one who could have flown her up there was you, Mr. Keys. No way, Mr. Edgeworth, how can you say that? That's not all. You drugged John at the garbage pickup and kidnapped him. Wasn't that why you were late when you came to watch the trial at Patricia Rowland, a trial of Patricia Rowland? No way, I have no idea what you're saying. There's no way I could do things like that. Please believe me, Mr. Edgeworth, please. I wanted to believe you. However, you have broken that trust yourself. That's horrible. Why would you say that? Didn't you once say that you would trust me? That you'd believe in me? Well, that was that. And this is this. Well, 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 he had us all fooled. Didn't he? I'm so sad. Those words were all lies. It wasn't a lie. We really did trust you. Kay, even you said we were like birds of a feather, and yet... I'm hurt, Kay. You've hurt me deeply. Oh... Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, maybe Simon isn't a bad guy after all. Tisk tisk. I see, so that's how you operate. I understand now, all too well. No matter who you face, you find an emotional weakness and exploit it. You guide each person towards the outcome you desire without them even noticing it. That is how you were able to mastermind the entire case. I may have fallen for your tricks before, but not this time. Simon Keys, I indict you. So it's come to this after all. You were always so full of confidence, Mr. Edgeworth. But I rather like that, because now I can rip that confidence to shreds. Oh shit. There's the glow up. The magical Disney glow up with the help of animal friends. Wow. Good work, everyone. His personality has completely changed. So the animal tamer who could not tame animals, that was all a facade. This is the real Simon Keys. Simon, that's not true, is it? Truth or lie, what difference does it make? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth's just made me a little upset, that's all. Trying to imitate your idol's laugh, huh? You'll take responsibility for upsetting me, right? Oh yeah, I'll take responsibility by putting you into jail! It's true, I practiced with a balloon 2 nights ago. That photo must have been taken when the balloon and I passed near the building. I often fly around that area for advertising purposes. There's nothing unusual about that, right? You often fly around the Grand Tower in the balloon. Yeah, even the circus needs to advertise. Regina, is that true? Yep, it was Simon's job to advertise using the balloon. Most people who live around here should have seen it. That balloon was used in the crime we were investigating. Like I said, it's just a coincidence. I simply happened to pass by the Grand Tower when that photo was taken. I shall determine whether or not it was a coincidence after I hear your full story. I think we're gonna press a little bit there. Hold on, let me sneeze real quick. Okay. Was the balloon launched from this tent? There's a nice big park near the Sunshine Coliseum. I always launch the balloon there. I see. In that case, how do you transport the balloon to the park? Well, it's too heavy to carry by hand. It weighs several hundred pounds. And yet it can fly in the sky. Amazing, isn't it? I asked you how you transported it. Now answer the question. Oh, I can't even make some small talk. You're mean, Mr. Edgeworth. I used a truck. The balloon is loaded onto the truck, back of the truck. I think we know the one. A truck. Yeah, the last time I took the truck and the balloon out was 2 days ago. I cannot overlook that piece of testimony. 2 days ago, huh? Parked in front of the Grand Tower today. I wish you could take a closer look to see if, what's inside there is like part of the balloon, but let's just assume it is, but boom. The truck you put the balloon into, was it blue by any chance? Blue, so what if it is? Today we saw a blue truck carrying a large basket. If that truck just so happened to be yours, then your claim that you last used it 2 days ago becomes a lie. What a dummy. Oh, hello. Agent Lung, Emma. Miss Edgeworth, I finally found you. I've been searching for you ever since the incident yesterday. I dashed right over after Kay contacted me just a little while ago. Prosecutor Edgeworth, the thing you were looking for, I found it. It was placed in a blue truck at the dressing room parking lot. Well, well, well. Isn't that convenient for us? Right now. A blue truck, as I suspected. The truck is, without a doubt, the one I saw today.
Objection!
Oh, you got your own objection, don't you? There are a number of blue trucks out there, you know. Who's to say you're not mistaking it for a different one? It's definitely that one. I got a good look at it. Huh, Mr. Edgeworth? What's that? It wasn't me. Okay, words have no strength without evidence to back them up. Ah, that's Mr. Edgeworth's voice. Evidence. Present evidence. Do I have any evidence to prove that this was the truck I saw today? Fingerprints, huh? What could prove that this is the truck I saw? Looking for bloodstains, testing for burger purple, or using a murderer? Testing for burger purple. I'd like to test the truck for fingerprints. Fingerprints? What for? I don't see any point in that. A certain person's fingerprints should be left on this truck. And these fingerprints will prove this truck was parked in front of the Grand Tower today. Whose fingerprints prove the truck was in front of the door? Miles. Edgeworth, your fingerprints? Indeed, earlier today I touched a truck at the plaza in town, in front of the Grand Tower. I'd like to test for my prints. Emma, might I request a scientific investigation? It's what I'm here for, just leave it to me. Alright, we're all set. Go ahead, Miss Edgeworth. Wait, you want me to do it? Of course. Who else but Mr. Edgeworth would be up to the task? Here, I'll show you how it's done. Alright then. You're the scientist, why don't you just do it yourself? First, we sprinkle some aluminium powder over the area you want to investigate. Like this. Touch the screen to sprinkle the aluminium powder. This aluminium word there is missing an I. Totally incorrect and wrong. The powder will adhere to the fingerprints, so once you've sprinkled enough, you blow it away. I'm not sure I have the microphone set up for this. Let's see what I can do about that, maybe. Yeah, just blow on it with your breath. Whoosh. Blow the powder away by blowing into the microphone. Got it? Yes, I think so. I guess we'll do it for real this time. Just so you know, the key point is to sprinkle the powder all over. Yeah, thanks. I guess I'll have to do that. What's the mouse? This is kind of fucking stupid. We're not even seeing the truck beneath the screen surface. There's no puzzle to this. This feels very shoehorned in. And, yeah, actually blowing in doesn't do anything. Hold on, I'll pause the game real quick. And set up how to do that. Microphone settings. Use internal voice and noise sample. Sure. But how do I use it? Control config maybe? Doesn't have a microphone button on it. Huh. This is awkward. Microphone settings I was just looking at, but I don't see anything else that has anything to do with that, as far as I can tell. So let's check out the microphone settings again, I guess. And use connected physical microphone. Sure, let's try if that does it. Ha ha ha! Ha! Hoo! That doesn't do anything. Oh wait, the game's still paused. Ah, okay. Ah man, this sucks for you, doesn't it? I'm trying to not make it noisy, but I'm sorry. Nope, it doesn't do anything. That's a bummer. Let me mute my mic so I don't destroy your ears until I've done this, okay? Jeez, I had to really like blow hard into that shit. We got one! That's a nice clean fingerprint. Let's run the print against mine post-haste. Alright, just leave it to me. Ta-da! These are definitely your fingerprints, Mr. Edworth. Well, it seems to me that we just have just proven your statement to be a lie. Ugh! What were you doing when you were driving this truck around? Just taking it for a joyride. Kay was abducted 2 nights ago. Your balloon was sighted not far from the sea. Today there was another kidnapping in which a garbage truck was used. And once again your truck was seen nearby. This all sounds like nothing more than a pure coincidence to me. So it was pure coincidence that you parked near 2 separate kidnappings? I doubt that. You were involved in both kidnappings, weren't you? Isn't it a bit rash to automatically assume that the 2 kidnappings were connected? And what if I had evidence to prove that the 2 crimes were performed by the same culprit? Oh, you're serious? I can't wait to hear this. What did Kay and John's kidnappings have in common? Well, they were both kidnappings. Kay and John, right. I was thinking about, you know, what are they called? Sebastian and John's kidnappings, but of course they were referring to Kay. Well, the red... no, it was the red Farca on with connected to John's kidnapping. Maybe not. Jeez, we have so much evidence. Kay and John's kidnappings. Let's see. Cult's tape recorder. Sleeping drugs, right. Yeah, Kay and John. Yep. Kay was knocked out with a powerful sleeping drug. And a bottle of sleeping drugs was found lying in the place where John was confined. The contents of the bottle were a match with the drugs used on Kay. So that's all you've got, huh? And here I was, getting my hopes up. Yeah, honestly, that's a little flimsy. Yo, Fiber. It's a little I saw your chat message on the screen first, and was like, but I don't see it in my chat thing. But on YouTube, the chat comes in from the bottom. So that's a little different. No, he's an animal tamer or something. But really, he's an assassin or something. So the same sleeping drugs were used, so what? You think that connects the 2 incidents? Surely you must realize it yourself. That doesn't prove a thing. Yeah. There must be something. Evidence that proves he is connected to those cases. The police, prosecutors, and even you, Miles Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. In the end, you're all the same. You made up evidence as you see fit. You make up evidence as you see fit, just so you can send some poor soul to prison. Isn't there someone like that here? A poor soul who was wrongly accused in the past? Plenty of them, yes. You're wrong. Who would do such a thing? Objection! Then show me the evidence. If you're going to accuse me of a crime, it's only natural. Yeah. It's no use. It's no use! It's no use! Sorry. I can't seem to find any other threads linking him to the kidnappings. Now then, have you finally run out of ammo, Mr. Edgeworth? I still have preparations to make at the circus. Suffly excuse me.
Objection.
There you go, boy. Now, you two. No need to get so heated. And Simon, you're looking good in that clown makeup. Hey, what's your deal? Don't just butt in like that. Uncle Ray's not so good in such a stiff environment. I mean, why so serious, right? Hey, Kay, how about a little trick? At last, my moment has arrived. The great Kay Faraday presents a Simon impression. Objection! What? Why you? Enough already? Psst, hey, Miles. I'm buying you some time to get all your ducks in a row. There's probably a better way to stall for time than this, but whatevs. Woo, nice one, Kay. I'm not so sure about this method either, but I have to find something that connects Simon to the case. That is really weird. Yeah, it's probably another one of those fan translation references. But that one fit in well enough with the, regular thing, so that one doesn't stand out as much. So it's better than some of the others. But I have to find something that connects Simon to the case, and I need to find it now. Is there evidence not related to the kidnapping that's connected to the mastermind's identity? Yes, of course. That's it. The mastermind is the same person as the young acolyte Ogan. Yeah. We connected that dot a long time ago. Well, I guess last time. Anyway. If I can just connect to the young acolyte to Simon... Which piece of evidence could be connected with the mastermind's true identity? It's the case files, probably, of the I-7 documents, probably?
Take that.
No? Then which one, asshole? Shut up! Epic fail, hahaha. Okay. I thought you just wanted something that has to do with his identity, but I guess you want something else? I have to find something. It simply must exist. Evidence that shows the masterminds connected to those involved in this case. Which piece of evidence could be connected with the mastermind's true identity? Well, from that sentence you just have up here, the thing I presented definitely makes sense, but I guess that's not what you want right now. Letter from unknown? I don't think that's the one. No. Oops. Mozilla doll? What do we have about that again? No. Lotta's testimony. Right, the president didn't go through there. Report on Knightley. Knightley's mementos. Okay. SS5. Cameron's photo? Well, maybe not the photo, but something about that. No. Child's drawing? Probably not. By the child, huh? Maybe that... Cameron's testimony left to the crane answering machine. I guess I'll try the drawing.
Take that.
Nope. I don't really know what the game wants from me. Like, I thought I was supposed to point out, hey, this guy is the child that went missing 18 years ago. And is also that one assassin Stogan's apprentice or whatever. But maybe not? I have to find something, it simply must exist. Evidence that shows the mastermind is connected to those involved in this case. Okay, so instead of thinking about whatever, I have to link him to this case, yeah? Or the mastermind to this case. Well... Report on Knightley? No. Knightley's mementos? No. Oh, the correct hyperlink. I see. Bug? Okay, I don't think so. President of Sangfa was kidnapped. Kidnappers. Kidnapping was charade. Three culprits are the president's body double, Blaze the Best, and Patricia Rowland. No. President Wang is here. Right. Don't think that's what we need. The correspondence chest, maybe, I guess? I guess I'll try that. Okay. That, like, you know, connects the pieces together but doesn't really explain who he is at all, so... I guess that's the one. But that makes the phrasing of the original thing that they first give you to select your evidence really misleading, like extremely misleading. Because that piece doesn't say anything about, you know, the mastermind's identity. It's just, there's a mastermind who, or rather there's a person who translated from and to Braille, and that person's probably the mastermind. And not at all about who the mastermind is, like that thing suggested. That's a little sucky, but whatever. Yeah. That's it. The mastermind played a role in the correspondence chess. If I can prove that it was Simon, then... That's enough. I can't stomach any more of your sorry excuse for a performance. If you have no more objections, then I ask that you let me get back to preparing for the show. Objection! I do have some more objections, though. In fact, I have an infinite supply of objections. Thank you for the help, Mr. Shields, though you may have taken it a little too far. You sure look happy. I take it you found something? Look at me, I'm Simon. Simon the clown. The funny clown. Okay, you can stop now. Now then, Mr. Keys, do you happen to like chess? That was rather out of the blue. But since you asked, I can't say that I dislike chess. The mastermind played correspondence chess with Sir Hendogan. If I recall, it was Knightley who had been playing chess with Dogan, wasn't it? Are you saying that he was the mastermind? There was no way Knightley could have been the mastermind. The reason being, the mastermind had continued to work behind the scenes even after Knightley's death. That being the case, who could have written this letter? I believe someone acted as the middleman between Dogan and Knightley. So you're saying that you think I'm the middleman? And just why would I have to go to all that trouble to do something like that? most likely to make it appear as if there was a connection between Knightley and Dogan. And as a result, Knightley was killed by Patricia Rowland. No way, are you saying it was all a setup so that he would be killed by her? What are you saying? There's no way I could manipulate a person that far. Look at me, it takes all I have just to get the animals to perform tricks. If only just a scrap of the letters he had exchanged with Knightley still remained. It'd be decisive evidence. I'd like to investigate your room. There could be decisive... If it's the letters you're looking for, you won't find any in there. What? I'm the type of guy who throws his letters away as soon as he's done reading them. Where's the point in living in the past? Does that mean he's already gotten rid of the evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, everything you have said so far has been nothing more than baseless conjecture. The evidence? I'm just one step behind it. What should I do? Am I all out of moves? Without evidence, I won't allow you to cast doubt on my friend's friendship with Knightley. Hold it. Who was that? Excuse me. Miss Barry. What's on her mind? I've been listening in on what you all were saying, and, when you say Mr. Knightley, you mean Simon's friend, Mr. Knightley, right? Yes, that's correct. Does she know something? This morning, a letter arrived from Mr. Knightley. It was for Simon. What? What did you say? But that's impossible. Knightley's already dead. Miss Berry, please let me see that letter. Okay, here you go. It has a 4C emblem on its thing. Let me drink some water. Next move the pawn to g6. Now, yeah, can you see the path to checkmate? I can't wait to see the look on your face. You weren't expecting to lose at chess against me, right? Uh-huh. This is a correspondence chess letter. Looks like the handwriting or like the drawing style is different, right? Yeah, very different. This is the response to Dogan's last move. Now, can you see the path to checkmate? I don't remember his voice. Can't wait to see the look on your face. You weren't expecting to lose at chess against me, right? The postmark says March 26th, the day before Knightley's death. It seems the letter arrived late. Since the circus moves around so much, a lot of the mail people send us arrive late. Now, why was this letter addressed to you? Well, that's fucking lucky. This is proof that you were the middleman between Dogan and Knightley. Normally, you would transcribe this letter into Braille before sending it to Dogan. And in doing so, you created a connection between him and Knightley. Damn it! Curse you, Knightley! Why must you continue to interfere? Simon, why? Wasn't Knightley your only friend? Ah, don't be ridiculous. I stopped thinking of him as a friend 18 years ago. 18 years ago? Would that have been the day of the IS-7 incident? Thanks to Knightley, I nearly died then that day in the snowstorm. While I was on my way to the contest venue, where my father was waiting, Knightley suddenly appeared. He held me down, tied up my hands and feet, and with tears streaming down his face, he kept apologizing. My dad's too scary, I can't disobey him. Please forgive me, I'm sorry. Well, that's fucked up. Stop it, Horace, I promised my dad. I said I'd taste his desserts. If I'm not there, Dad will be in trouble. I'm gonna let everyone know my dad's desserts are the best in the world. After that, he locked us inside a car. It was so cold I could see my own breath. Before we knew it, the doors had frozen shut, and not even he could get them open. And then I lost my father. Yeah, shit's kinda fucked. What? Your father? Horace Knightley was the son of the murderer who killed my father. What could this mean? His confession runs contrary to the information we have. But the name of the victim in the I-7N incident was Isaac Dover. Isaac Dover is my father's name. 18 years ago, my memories were muddled from the shock of my near-death experience. So it wasn't until later that I learned the truth. On that day, my father was murdered. The culprit of the I-7 incident was a confectioner by the name of Dane Gustavia. So that was the name of Knightley's father. That low-life scum of Earth killed my father. Just the thought of him makes me sick. So you knew who the culprit was all along? Of course not. Had I known, I would have tipped off the police a long time ago. All I knew was that Knightley's father was trying to set up my own father. That's why I immediately knew that the one who died that day was my dad. Knightley had a hand in my father's murder. That traitor. He was the son of a killer. It's only natural that he ended up dead.
Objection!
It would appear that you are a victim of a very serious misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? Just what are you talking about? Isaac Dover. At the time, he was actively working as a sculptor in France, under the name Pierre Hoquet. Is that right? Well, I'm sorry to say I don't remember that at all. It's only natural you don't remember. After all, he's not your real father. Huh? What is that supposed to be, a joke? I'm not amused. You won't be able to laugh at all once I reveal the truth to you. This piece of evidence proves that you are not Isaac Dover's son. Where do I have a piece of evidence like that? I guess maybe this piece? Let's read through it a little bit. Dover's body was discovered inside Midsummer's mansion. There are no clues to the whereabouts of Dover's son, Gustavia's son, who, until the day before the incident, regularly visited Mr. Mussel's mansion. This doesn't definitively link the guy who was doing the taste testing to Gustavia, does it? Son of Gustavia. There are no clues to the whereabouts of Dover's son or Gustavia's son. Who? Okay, I guess. Yeah, the part after the comma only refers to Gustavia's son, right? So probably this.
Take that!
What's that supposed to tell me? Okay, I guess it's not that. Cool, thanks a lot. Thanks a fucking lot. Fuck you, game. How is that not good enough? Yeah. Hang in there, Miles. Who was really Mr. Dover's son? If you keep calm and think it through, the answer should come naturally. I know! I just gave a fucking good answer to that, I'd say. Isaac Dover's real son. I guess we're not supposed to prove that he is the son of Gustavia, but the other thing, which totally doesn't mean the same thing in that context. No, not at all. Fucking hell. Miss Edgeworth, stop joking around. There's no doubt that I'm Isaac Dover's son. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Keyes, but that's just simply not possible. This piece of evidence proves that you are not Isaac Dover's son. I feel like I don't have a piece like that. What else is related to that incident? Oh wait, no. I guess this links Knightley to Dover, right? But I still think that what I presented should have been good as well. Like, proving that he is the son of Gustavia also proves that he is not the son of Dover. Fuck you. Seriously. What's that? Isn't that Knightley's chessboard and his ring? I want you to take a good look at this ring's design. There are 2 letters inscribed in it. That is the seal Pierre Hoquet used as his signature. 18 years ago, it was found lying near the body of Isaac Dover. Why would Knightley have my father's memento with him? The police had found Isaac Dover's son and gave it to him. Isaac Dover's real son is Horace Knightley. What? But that means I'm... In other words, you are Dane Gustavia's son. That's a lie. After all, my father is... My memories are... Uh-huh. I lost my father because Knightley locked me up in the car. That's why I thought it would be fitting if he were killed as well. Really? I'll be able to see a circus show even in prison? I enjoy playing chess with you, but I'm looking forward to your performance as well. Yes, please look forward to it. Alright, you better drop by again. I'll be thinking about my next move. Oh yeah, I've left something special inside that chessboard for you. You should check it out later. Something special? I'm not quite sure what you mean, but thanks. I owe you one, Simon. If only you hadn't stopped me 18 years ago. It wouldn't have had to come to this. Huh? Did you say something? Nope, not a word. Goodbye, Horace. After all that, you're saying it was my father who killed Knightley's? Then that means... Was it all for nothing? I didn't want to become some weakling who could be killed by anyone. That's why I thought I'd follow in Mr. Dogan's footsteps. Well, that's a little extreme, isn't it? Just because you don't want to die doesn't mean you should have to kill others. This finally proves it. Simon Keyes, you are Dogan's correspondence chess partner. And the mastermind behind the case. Yeah, that's right, it was me. I'm the mastermind behind it all. He's finally showing his true colors. As you all know, I witnessed the incident 12 years ago. President Huang's assassination. So the child who drew that picture was Simon Keyes. When I was found out, I was subjected to horrible interrogations over and over by that heartless Patricia. I'd spent the nights trembling in my bed, terrified of what the next day would bring. I'm sure you can understand why I'd want to sneak out of there, right? However, Blaze would have likely sent pursuers after you. Exactly. I was on the run from them every waking moment. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I couldn't even sleep at night. I'd jump at the slightest noise. And that's why I became a circus performer. Blaze the Best was the chief of prosecutor, and Patricia Rowland was the warden of the prison. No ordinary person would be a match for those two, and there were no adults I could rely on. Furthermore, behind the scenes was the body double who had set those two in motion. Though he was a fake, I was up against the nation's president. Talk about utter despair, right? It's a pretty skewed matchup. My only ally was Mr. Dogan. He saved my life after all. He actually helped me out, unlike Knightley. If this story is true, it's ironic. Dogan, the fiendish assassin, was idolized by the child he saved. If I followed in his footsteps, I'd no longer have to worry about being eaten alive. That's right. Now it's my turn. My turn to devour those who would feed upon me. And I suppose you never thought to seek help from the police? No way, no way. As long as Blaze was around, any evidence would be destroyed by him. Actually, didn't something like that almost happen today during Patricia's trial? I knew from the very beginning that things would turn out like this. I mean, he does have some points there. The evidence from Patricia Rowland's trial. So he's saying that he expected the evidence would be destroyed. I see. So that's why you kidnapped John. To force a guilty verdict, even if in the absence of evidence. Who's to say? But in order to expose the crimes of 12 years ago, there was no other choice. That's according to you. However, Blaze also attempted to kidnap John in order to manipulate the trial in his favor. Your methods are no different from those of the people you so despise. That's only if I were actually the kidnapper. But I would never do anything so evil. No way, no way, no way. I just simply couldn't. Besides, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm actually quite thankful to the real criminals for giving me the opportunity to extract such sweet revenge. Shouldn't it be exact sweet revenge? Oh well. Yeah. So you admit it. Your motive was revenge. Yeah, I admit it. So what? Sure, I held a grudge against those creeps. But it's not like I'm the one who actually killed them, you know. Truth be told, all I did was send some letters. I let Jill in on Blaze's secrets and let Blaze in on Jill's secrets. And then the two simply ended up trying to kill each other. Do you mean to say the murder was nothing more than a result of that? Yep, just like with the case at Gourd Lake. It's way easier than trying to control wild animals. All I did was come up with a fake assassination plan for Knightley. So that was also part of his plan. If that's the case, then Rook's murder was also yours. Whoa, don't try to pin that on me. Knightley killed him all on his own. Well, it ended up creating the perfect opportunity for me. It's funny how things work out. How can you say such a thing? It was the same for Patricia Rowland. I made it look like there was a connection between Knightley and Dogan by using the correspondence chess match and the chisel in the chessboard. What? You mean to say that you were the one who prepared the chisel? That's right. I thought it would bring Dogan to mind. Quite a thoughtful little gift, wouldn't you agree? And that was all it took to get Patricia to murder Knightley. Oh, the feeling that everyone around you is an enemy. I know it too well. The tiniest spark can set off an explosion of fear, resulting in horrific mutual destruction. All I did was watch the comedy of errors unfold from the audience. And you were my final pawn, Miss Edgeworth. A pawn? Me? When you solved their case, you brought both Blaze and Patricia to their ruin. And the weapon that delivered the coup de grace was your own logic. I didn't solve those cases for your sake. Oh, I know, you never really cared about saving me. You just wanted to pretend to be a defense attorney, didn't you? What did you? All I had to do was go, no way, no way, no way, and act all scared. And you totally believed me. You're giving it all your all, trying to save me. So even your arrest was just a ploy to make me use my logic. To be fair, getting arrested wasn't part of the plan. When people began to suspect that the chisel I sent was the murder weapon, honestly, I broke out in a cold sweat. I thought for sure it would be curtains for me. But then a turnabout of miraculous proportions. The genius prosecutor himself had come to my rescue. He might be. Maybe he does like the taste of blood. And sounding all theatrical as he tosses about a glass of wine or blood, who knows. Well, doesn't it feel nice to be thanked by me, the one that you saved? You should be grateful. I gave you this chance to play the ace attorney. You're wrong. He wasn't pretending to be a defense attorney. Mr. Edgeworth is always serious about saving people. Even the times when he saved me in the past. Okay. Yeah, is that so? Are you sure he's not just trying to emulate his own father, the one who he admires so much? Absolutely not. That's not true at all. Now, Kay. The person he's talking about now isn't Miles, but rather Simon himself. Clearly he is not able to trust others. The desire to save someone other than himself is something he cannot even comprehend. Say what you want, but make sure you think about it long and hard. Sure, all my targets for revenge got what they deserved in the end, however... However what? Think about it. Can any one of my actions really be considered a crime? I instigated murder. There's not a single word about that in the letter, is there? If I had said the word kill even once, I guess it could be considered instigation. Well, maybe I did say it, but there's no way for you to prove it. What are you saying? You kidnapped me. I'm sorry, but that hasn't been proven yet, has it? The only thing I admitted to was sending the letters. That's... Besides, those letters contained no threats or coercions. I simply conveyed information that each recipient would find beneficial. Well, taking revenge, I think, is kind of a... Right. Killing two birds with one stone. Well, there's the literal word kill. Get revenge. Also, you know, less literal of the word killing, but more meaning the word, meaning of the word to kill in this case. But we'll see how it goes first. You crafty little... Can't we do something about it? What was it he said? Integrating murder? Instigating murder is when a person directs someone else to commit murder. The person who directed the murder can be charged as if he committed the crime himself. So we just have to find proof that he directed those murders. You make it sound so easy. To be honest, it kinda pisses me off a little. You're all trying to frame an innocent person for murder. Don't you understand? I'm not obligated to waste any more time on this pointless discussion. The police are waiting for you outside of this tent. You have nowhere to run. Really now? You think I wouldn't have an escape route prepared? For example, let's say I gave an order so that all the animals here attacked you. Now what if I were to take my leave during the ensuing chaos? What did you say? You can't be serious. It was just an example. Wouldn't that make for an interesting show? Here's another idea. What if I pulled out a hidden gun and took John hostage? That might be more exciting. I will never allow you to do such a thing. I can't tell whether or not Simon is being serious. However, when it comes to him, we should consider anything as a possibility. If you continue to bore me with your drivel, I'll end the show right here. I'd like you to keep that in mind before you make any baseless objections. I cannot make any careless remarks. Isn't there some way I can charge him with his crimes? I think we're gonna press a bit first and then maybe go for the thing that I thought. I guess, you know, since he hasn't mentioned that, that would be more surprising. So it could be. Maybe. You incited others to commit murder, and they did so. If proof of that was established, you would be charged as if you yourself committed the murders. I know I heard it just a while ago, but what's the technical term again? It's instigation murder. Okay. Blaze, Patricia Rowland, and Knightley. Their crimes are unforgivable, of course. However, the one who pulled the strings from behind the scenes and drove them all to murder was none other than you, Simon Keyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you really do speak your mind freely, but you know, I'm gonna drink some water. Well,
Hold it!
we might be able to present something there. There's not a single word. Oh, does that surprise you? You'd reach the same conclusion if you examined it. Given his composure, I'd say he's not bluffing. Does this mean that every single word in his letters had been carefully calculated? I will not comment on that. I am not a vampire. You cannot prove anything. Well, I guess you could say this is like teaching a monkey to climb a tree. Unless you can somehow prove that I caused those murders, you've got nothing on me. Ergo, you can't excuse me of instigating murder. What a shame, Mr. Edgeworth. I do find that presenting this here would be really pedantic. So let's press first. I know you instigated the murders. Yeah? You told me yourself.
Objection!
But you know, the funny thing is, it means absolutely nothing if you have no proof. I mean, there's no way I'd ever say something like that. No way, no way, no way. That's certainly true. It means absolutely nothing if I can't prove it. If there was some evidence that could prove what he said over the phone. Oh, okay. Well... Maybe we have something like that. I mean, I don't think we have a recording of that, do we? Maybe in Cold's tape recorder. What was intercepted from the bug? Well...
Objection!
No? What the fuck? Excuse me? That's bullshit. That is fucking bullshit. Why is that not the right one? Shut up, I don't even want to fuck you. Stupid fucking... Come on. Don't get caught up in the fun. Indeed, it seems like some keys, you won't get Is this where I'm supposed to present it? Or did I misread this? A recording of what was intercepted from the bug that was planted on K. On K. Yo, Johanna. What's up? Like, this makes way too much sense to not present it, so I'll try on this statement. There we go. Come on, game. You could have given me that on the previous statement. That also made sense. Come on. It is my firm conviction that you instigated the murders. After all, you told me so yourself. Yeah, we just had that flashback. Ooh. Did I say that? I really don't remember. You may think you can deceive us as much as you want. But unfortunately for you, you used a bug to eavesdrop on our conversations. You should definitely play the original trilogy, like the first 3 games. Though there's a collection of those, you should definitely play those. Those are the best. The best! And then there's also Great Ace Attorney. Those are right up there with those 3. Those 2 games. Yeah. And everything in between you can play, but you don't have to. You used a bug to eavesdrop on our conversations. But there was someone else who wiretapped that bug of yours and recorded the whole thing. It was recorded. In other words, the conversation between you and that clown is recorded on that tape. Lang Ji says, a schemer drowns in his own schemes, and this is what he meant. Miss Swift, I'd like to listen to your tape. Roger! Ah, it's right around here. Mr. Edgeworth, Judge Courtney's cell phone is ringing. Who is this? Are you the person who ambushed Kay? Miss Edgeworth, I want to listen in on this too. Very well. This is where it starts. Well, I must say... Well, that sucks. Huh, that's odd. What's wrong? Well, there ain't nothing recorded past this point. What? Why? Why wasn't it recorded? Too bad, so sad. Did you really think I'd leave behind any incriminating evidence? The bug I planted has a special feature. It can be turned on and off with a remote control. What? That sort of thing exists? Certainly, remote control listening devices do exist, however. Are you saying you switched off the device so that your own voice would not be recorded? Precisely. Impossible. You couldn't have done that unless you knew you were being recorded.
Objection!
Isn't it obvious I knew? I guess you just don't get it. You could call it a hunch. I had a feeling I was being wiretapped. Miss Swift, was it? I figured things out because you knew about the kidnapping. Don't tell me. You were listening in on that conversation. That's right, though come to think of it. I'm surprised you didn't realize it until now. Some genius prosecutor you turned out to be, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah. Oh my, and what was the end result of all this? Ah, since you don't have any proof of the instigation charges, it's game over. Yeah. Mr. Prosecutor, was my recording no help to you at all? Ain't there something, anything at all in my recording? Miss Swift. Okay. Yes? The bug was planted in your badge, right? Do you have any ideas? How do you expect me to come up with an answer right off the top of my head? You were the one who came... You were the only one who came into contact with the culprit.
Objection!
How unsightly. You're all fussing over a useless evidence. Let's move on to the next topic. Next. What's this? He seems a bit eager to change the topic of conversation. You were the one... the owner. Only Kay came into contact with Simon. If any sound was recorded at the time she was with the culprit. Miss Swift, how long have you been recording? Since 2 nights ago, I reckon? Since 2 nights ago? In that case... When could a conversation with Simon possibly have been recorded? 2 nights ago? When was she called by that guy to go over there or something? What was it again? Why did she go to the tower again? Do we have evidence of that? Shit, man. Sheesh. I guess I'll just have to guess. It's probably the furthest time away, right? Small number, Sam Cheesus in charge, placed in the truck. Nope. Did that happen 2 days ago or last night? I guess this morning could also technically be, because that's when she... No, She got kidnapped last night or 2 days ago. 2 nights ago. I think it was last night? No. There was an entire day after that? Oh man, I don't remember exactly. Why don't I have any data on that right now? Maybe I do here? No one, no. Shit, man. I don't know the date anymore. Huh. I'll try last night, I guess. I'll try 2 nights ago? I'll try 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, Simon brought Kay to the roof. If we listen to the recording from that time frame. Miss Swift, please let us listen to the recording from 2 nights ago. Huh? Okie dokie. Looks like I was right. That's good. This is the sound of the hot air balloon. That's right. At the time, Simon was carrying Kay in a hot air balloon. Ergo, he was near Kay. Isn't there anything recorded? Bang, clang. Ah, that was... a gunshot. A gunshot. Verbs. Huh, it seems you were quick to deactivate the bug, however. You were a little too late. You can't run anymore. That gunshot ties you to the case. What are you saying? There's no gun involved in this case, is there? Well, not in this case. No, there should be someone connected to the case who fired a gun. Let's strike with the evidence that points to that person. Which piece of evidence connects the gunshot to this case? Wait, gunshot. So Jerry Crane was not good with a gunshot. Where was there a gunshot again? Let me drink some water again. Can't listen to that audio. He wasn't shot either. I don't recall a gunshot at all. Just some fireworks that we heard, but that was something else, I guess. Well, there was a gunshot here, maybe? In that case, maybe. Here, maybe. Died instantly after being hit on the head. No, wait, that's a gunshot. I mean, it wouldn't really make sense anyway, because of the time frame. Huh. I feel like this should be hard. I think I'm just blanking on something obvious here or something. Which piece of evidence connects the gunshot to the case? No guns in this poster. Huh. President never passed through. This is a different case. This is something else. Blue truck, no. Chance practice video shouldn't have any guns in it. Bouquet, Fortune Nightly. Ha. Cameron's testimony, once again. Don't think that has anything to do with anything here. Them shoes. The only thing I see a gun on is this photo, but that's, you know, that shouldn't have anything to do with this. One, because it happened way earlier, 12 years ago at that, and two, because there was never, you know, nobody actually got shot there. Small hot air balloon, used it for I have no clue, what the fuck? I guess I'll check the crime scene notes again. Oh, gunpowder residue. Aha, was found on his right hand. Right, okay. I forgot about that. Yellow stain, I guess that's gotta be it then.
Take that!
It's written right here, in the body double's autopsy report. Gunpowder residue was detected in his right hand, on his right hand. Where was Kay at the time the gunshot was recorded? That's right, she was being carried to the roof of the Grand Tower in your balloon. And as it turns out, there were a few more people on that very same rooftop at the time. You mean the double and me? Ah, certainly, after we talked for a brief moment. The body double noticed something and had me leave before him. Now, what if the gunshot rang out after that? We can clearly hear it in the recording. I doubt that you wouldn't have noticed it. Do you intend to feign ignorance until the very end? That's nothing more than mere conjecture. What we heard on the recording was not just a gunshot. Clang. If you listen closely, you can hear the bullet hitting something. If the body double was aiming at Simon, then the bullet may have struck which piece of evidence? The balloon. The body double likely fired the gun at the balloon. If we assume that the bullet hit something, it would have been the balloon's basket. Let's examine it immediately. Yeah, let's. Oh, okay. Isn't that? Let's zoom in. That's suspicious. This hole. It's a bullet hole. A bullet hole was found in the basket. You won't be able to talk your way out of this one. Yeah. How do you intend to explain the gunshot and bullet hole? Maybe it is. So you figured it out. You're good. I guess it's impossible to hide anything from you. Spit it out already. Okay, no need to be impatient. What else you gotta say, man? It happened when I was riding the balloon to the rooftop. I saw the body double and you, Miss Courtney, on the roof. Talk about a surprise. Only the double noticed me. He told Miss Courtney to leave ahead of him. I thought he was about to lie about Courtney doing something weird, but I guess not. He then pointed a gun at me and fired. Well, that sounds like what we just thought happened. Why did he want to shoot down the balloon? It's simple. The body double had intended to kill Miss Courtney. Kill me? That's right. You talked to the double about John, didn't you? Well, it's not like the body double would have met with you otherwise. From his point of view, it was like showing him evidence that he was a fake. You mean he was afraid of Judge Courtney because she knew about John's past? Afraid? That's exactly right. That body double was a coward after all. I even remember how his hands were trembling when he fired the gun at my balloon. Are we all clear now? It was only there by chance. I was only there by chance. Just a friendly witness to who was passing by. But then, why was the bug that was placed on Kay with you? That doesn't really explain anything, what you just said. Oh, time to press. Around what time was that? I think it was around 11 p.m. It should coincide with the times Courtney and company were on the roof, right? Yes, it was indeed around that time. There doesn't seem to be any contradictions, however, the time frame is important. And it was at that moment. Are you saying this rooftop rendezvous was beyond your expectations? There's no way I would have known about that beforehand. Well, once the dust settled, I could guess what would have happened though. The double had intended to kill Miss Courtney. Hey, did you realize that? No, I did not realize it. It's because you were blabbing on and on about that kid. What kind of mother are you? If things had gone badly, your kid might have died because of you. I'm your opponent, not her. Don't change the conversation. Judge Courtney, I'd like you to please leave this to me. My apologies, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Oh, Goddess of Law. Please watch over this man and grant him aid. You're making me laugh. This lady didn't even notice the balloon. Only the double... No. Press. He had her leave ahead of him. Didn't you say the body double had planned to kill her? Maybe he thought it would be bad if someone saw the scene of the murder. At the time, no one knew that the president was a fake, right? Once he got his info on John, he'd be able to kill both mother and son whenever he wanted. Thank goodness he's dead. Now you're both safe. You should be happy. Whatever emotions you have towards that man, please put them aside until this is over. For now, please continue your story. As you wish, and so that cowardly body double must have panicked when an eyewitness suddenly appeared from the skies. Yeah, and that's totally the correct reaction, the natural reaction to fire at a potential witness. For sure. Before anything bad could have been seen, you make something else bad happen, that's what you do. The bullet struck the balloon's basket cleanly. I panicked and quickly tried to get away so he wouldn't shoot me down, but... Talk about a close call. You say you tried to get away right then? That's right. Is there a problem? Is there a problem with this statement? Well, there is, because we know that Kay somehow ended up on the roof. You must have placed Kay on the rooftop. You couldn't have gotten away before then, correct? Yeah, that's right. I forgot. After the body double fired one shot, he entered the hatch to the 51st floor. Uh-huh. Well, we have a contradiction here, don't we? I looked around for a bit and then landed on the roof. Please add that statement to your testimony. Sure, I don't mind. One of the pieces of evidence that I kept looking for something else, but now just the thing that it is going to aid us. He entered the hatch of the 51st floor. I beg your pardon, but... Objection! I have an objection. Once again, you lied. Lied. The body double could not have entered the storeroom on the 51st floor 2 nights ago. Miss Hart's testimony proves it. What? How can you trust that sham journalist's testimony? What do you say? You can't insult my mentor like that. 2 nights ago, that lady was staking out the 51st floor. Given that, just how did that body double leave the roof? Indeed, that is what we must now prove. If he did not use the elevator or the 51st floor to leave the roof, then only one route remains. He grew wings. How did the body double leave the roof without using the elevator or the 51st floor?
Take that!
The body double flew. He flew? Simon Keyes, he rode in your balloon.
Objection!
True, they could have had a parachute. Hey, stop joking around. Why would I have needed to give the body double a lift?
Objection!
The elevator had a security camera and the 51st floor was being watched by Miss Hart. Your balloon was the only way the body double could have left the roof.
Objection!
At the circus we often perform dangerous stunts in order to surprise the audience. You think you've got me cornered? Sorry, but the show ends here. What? Hey you, Lotta, was it? I'd like to ask you something. Are you saying you stood watching the 51st floor the entire time without any breaks? Well, I reckon, of course. There ain't no mistakes in my testimony.
Objection!
Really now? But didn't the sound of Mr. Edgeworth's assistant falling to the storeroom cause you to faint? Well, she did say that. Yep. What's your point? Nobody's perfect. Look at her, Mr. Edgeworth. That's the kind of person you're relying on. Kay fell into the storeroom after the body double had left the roof.
Objection!
In that case, I have a theory on how things happened. After that cowardly body double fired a shot at me, he went and hid in the shadows until Kay fell into the storeroom. What? So what if he was hiding? Good grief, you guys still haven't noticed. What if the body double stayed hidden until Lotta... What if the body double had stayed hidden until Lotta had fainted? And then he went down to the 51st floor. That can't be. Heh, precisely. The locked room mystery on the roof has been unlocked. Yeah. Whoa, he even said it in my voice. Yeah. But wait, there's more. I told the hidden body double about John Marsh. That's why he attacked John the next day during practice. Got himself killed instead. In other words, the one who murdered the body double was none other than John. Now you're trying too hard, man. John had no motive to kill the body double. He knew he was the real president's son. Huh, and how would he have known that? Because I told him so, in a letter. What did you say? That is a lie. Yep, it's all a lie. Huh? But then again, maybe not. Maybe I really did tell him. Right, John? It's true that I caused Mozilla's head to fall. But I didn't know about my dad until today, I'm not lying. Oh really? I wonder about that. I found out about the head falling thanks to the bug. Now, if you were the one who caused it to fall, and the body double was crushed to death... that settles it. You're the culprit. You successfully carried out your revenge. Congratulations. All the pieces of the puzzle are now in place, as Mr. Edgeworth would say. The logic fits. Now then, any rebuttals? I don't think that's a very... when you think of Edgeworth, I don't think that's the line you would think of. But I guess he could say that. of manipulating humans into fighting with each other. Sounds just like me, right? I did the same thing to Knightley and Blaze. At any rate, there's no way the double could have gone for a ride in my balloon. The double was crushed by the monster's head, right? And who was that caused the monster's head to fall? Do you understand now who the body double's real killer is? The truth that I provided them with gave them a big motive for murder. Get it? Those two tried to kill each other because of the truth you're so fond of. Impossible. Yeah, I guess that would be one of the things to remember, wouldn't it? Hey, you detectives over there. Hurry up and arrest this murderer. What's wrong? Why aren't you moving? Damn! I thought so. Just admit it. In the end, aren't you all the same as Blaze and that body double? You ignore the prime suspect and come after me without any evidence. How easily it can be distorted to best suit your needs, this law you all believe in. That is by no means true.
Objection.
If you're not gonna arrest anyone, maybe I should have a talk with the policeman outside. If I tell them that John Marsh is the killer, they'll be forced to take action. Will they? I feel like just any random person going around saying, that person's a killer, is probably not gonna necessarily be trusted. That would be kinda wild. Simon Keyes, your testimony isn't over yet. Really? I figured you'd try to stop me, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any evidence, do you? Which means there's no chance for you to win, right? But if you still plan to stop me, you should be prepared to take on this much risk. Okay. What? That much? It's always kind of silly to think about this outside of the context of the game, like what is he seeing, what is he answering to? But of course, it's a meta thing. It's only natural, after all, the fate of the true culprit, John Marsh, is at stake here. Hey, Miles. Why don't you take a nice deep breath? Mr. Shields, at times like this, you should take a breather and think back. Defense attorneys always remain calm in a pinch and smile in the face of danger. The point of contention between your logic and his claims lies in the body double's escape route. How's about, for example, we think of it like this. What's important isn't whether or not the body double got on the balloon, but rather, if we were to assume he did, what circumstances would have allowed for that? Turn my thinking around. Well, all I'm doing is a cheap imitation of your old man. Did it help? Circumstances that would have allowed the body double to get on the balloon. That's right. The body double not only had a large build, but he also had a gun. And in spite of that, no traces of sleeping drugs were found in his system. Which means it can't be. Yeah, he was crushed by the balloon. Mr. Edgeworth, are you ready yet? Hope you haven't forgotten about this. This is bad. I must break his testimony somehow. Jeez. I think I'm just gonna press for now. So you manipulated the body double and John to your will. You seem rather persistent about that, aren't you? Very much so. I'm an animal tamer after all. And isn't the greatest animal in the world man? Wow, so philosophical. I just tell people the truth in order to help them get revenge. They should all be thanking me. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm kinda scared. Steel yourself, Kay. One who sows seeds of revenge as a jest. This is an opponent we must stop at all costs. The sins of the past are scary, so scary. You'll never see your retribution coming. I don't see much of a need to press here, but let's just keep going. So you still intend to insist that you were not directly involved, to the very end? Right, I never dirtied my own hands. I just like to watch. I like to watch. As they hate and kill each other, never realizing that they were being manipulated all along. Speculating from afar, just like you did 12 years ago. You mean the SS5 incident? That's so funny. If I remember correctly, all your father's hard work amounted to nothing. Wouldn't you normally call someone like that incompetent? Haha. You. Agent Lang, restrain yourself. Damn it! Damn! We don't know the conclusion your father arrived at. However, we are here now because we chased after his footsteps. Sorry to interrupt your little moment, but I don't believe that kind of idealism will solve anything. Besides... Why would you say that? That's the only way the double could have gotten off the tower. Well, let's suppose that was the case, even if I had carried the body double down. What's the problem with that? So you admit it, you did carry the body double. Let's not make a fuss over absurd opinions, Mr. Edgeworth. That's just not like you. You think the body double had me at gunpoint and asked me to go on a sightseeing joyride? There's no way that could have happened. And you know that full well, don't you? It's possible you negotiated with him by using the information about John as a bribe. But he shot at me, remember? There's just no way we could negotiate. In that case, what if you used sleeping drugs on transported him while he was knocked out? Then allow me to ask, have they detected any traces of sleeping drugs from his body? It's no good. I can't find any openings. Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there something more interesting we should all be talking about? Yes. The latest One Piece chapter was pretty good. And in general, One Piece is really good. Anyway. Was it though? Was he though? Allow me to propose a question. Was the double really crushed beneath the monster's head? Haha, for a genius prosecutor, you sure are quick to withdraw your previous statements. Weren't you the one who deduced that he was crushed by the monster's head to begin with? Yeah, I never agreed with that. Indeed, I certainly came to that conclusion once before. However, that was when we knew of nothing else that was capable of crushing him to death. Knew. Why the past tense? It's not like there's anything else now, you know. The body double was crushed to death by the monster's head. That is an unshakable fact. Is there nothing else? Some decisive evidence that connects this man to the crushed president? How unsightly, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you stop this useless struggle? Besides, don't you already know who the culprit is? Remember? So do you want me to present the balloon here? I feel like that's a little hasty, so let's just press the final statement and then maybe see where it goes. Certainly, the one who caused the monster's head to fall was John. However, well, it could have still been a setup by this guy who knows how to play with fire, as we know. Even John himself admits to that. Well then, doesn't that settle everything? Good job, guys, case closed. The one who killed the double was John Marsh, and since the police had just happened to be there... No, not yet. There's still room for further investigation. Don't force yourself. Well then tell me, what else is there to investigate? And if you can't, I want that kid arrested as soon as possible. You aren't going to overlook a crime, are you? Am I wrong? Mr. Edgeworth? What do we do? Is there really no hope left? Think. If Mr. Keyes killed the double, then the murder could only have occurred when the two met face to face. What he had with him at the time must be the real murder weapon. Does he intend to play innocent until the very end? The body double's cause of death was rather unique. If he was crushed under the monster's head, then the killer would be John after all. Isn't there anything else that could have crushed the double? Something else, yes, come on man. That could have crushed the body double. Double was crushed by the monster's head. I guess I'm presenting the balloon again, huh? Okay. It seemed a little flimsy to just present that there, given the text on screen and stuff, but, you know, makes sense after all. It's just that a lot of the time, things that make sense still don't get counted as correct, you know. John was not the one who killed the body double. He was crushed by a monster. Quit clowning around, this isn't like you at all. Oh, I get it, since John is supposed to understand the heart of a monster. The one who understands the heart of a monster is you. That could also be true. Not even I have monsters for friends, you know. Stop being so modest. Didn't you have one very important friend? A monster you control at will? Simon Keyes, you're the one who killed the body double. That's... a lion balloon. A monster made of cloth that expands when filled with hot air. It suits you quite well, wouldn't you agree? Sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. You've been fixated on your claim that you manipulated John and the body double. Probably because it's an impossible fantasy of yours. After all, even an animal tamer cannot tame the dead. The body double had already been murdered while he was on the roof. And the murder weapon was the balloon you were in. Yeah. I see, although it floats in the air, that balloon still weighs several hundred pounds. When the double threatened you on the rooftop, you immediately came up with a plan to defend yourself. And that plan was to crush him with your balloon. Whether the body double wanted to get on, or that he was carrying a gun, none of that matters. Because what you carried in your balloon was the body double's corpse.
Objection.
Hold on a second, Mr. Edgeworth. You're saying the double was killed on the rooftop 2 nights ago? Yeah, I was thinking that the autopsy report doesn't match up with that, does it? Yeah. Well, that simply doesn't match up with the time of death. What did you say? Yeah. I was wondering if that would come up, or rather, when that would come up. That's not like you at all, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a good look at the autopsy report. The time of death was around 11 p.m. last night. Yeah. Last night? That's right, the very night that Mozilla's head fell. Well, Johnny boy, come on, how about telling us the truth? You killed your father, right? I know the feeling. You hated him, didn't you? Your father who left you alone forever. You're wrong. I had no idea who that guy was my dad. And he wasn't. He literally wasn't. That guy was not. Not this again. Didn't I personally tell you myself? Was my logic wrong? Mr. Edgeworth, allow me to thank you once again for chasing down Blaze and Patricia and bringing them both to ruin. My revenge was a success all thanks to your logic. If only the time of death matched up, then my logic would fit. Perhaps he did something to throw off the time of death. And what's more, Dane Gustavia was it. He even took down the culprit of the IS-7 incident. Dane Gustavia, the IS-7 incident. That's it, Gustavia killed Dover and hid his body in a block of ice. Yep. Wahahaha. Yeah. It's a shame that I didn't get to witness his destruction. How can you say that? Wasn't Mr. Gustavia your father, Simon? I'm scared, so scared. Miss Rowland keeps asking me about that day. Daddy, help me. Why won't you come save me? Is it because I broke my promise with you and didn't eat your sweets? I couldn't care less. My father left me all alone. Even if we share the same blood, that man is not my father. I hate to say it, but like father, like son. You're the spitting image of him, Simon. Yeah, he also abandoned you pretty quickly. The father you hated so much. Huh? What are you talking about? It must have been fate. By sheer coincidence, you just happened to use the exact same method your father did. To throw off the victim's time of death. And we were refrigerated warehouse. Fits right in there, doesn't it? You're saying that I threw off the time of death? How would I have done that? The answer lies in the heart of battle, once again. In where you can hit the bodies, the body doubles body. This was the place you used to hide the body. Sunshine Warehouse? Is that the one? I think that's the one, right? Even though Sunshine doesn't sound very cold. But I think that's the one.
Take that!
Yeah. Throwing off the time of death by freezing a body, along with John's kidnapping. Huh, it seems that everything is coming together. The kidnapping? Why are we going back to that? I don't know a thing about it. Don't forget, John was confined in a refrigerated warehouse. That's right, you kept the body double's corpse in that very same warehouse. 18 years ago, your father hid a body in the same way. What? My father? The one who abandoned me did the same thing? Who would have guessed that both father and son would use the same method?
Objection!
Stop it! Don't lump me in with that guy. My father. I'm nothing like him. There's not a single connection between us.
Objection!
You may think so, but even now your bond with Mr. Gustavia still remains. Didn't you say once before, I don't like sweets? I should have known he was evil when he said that. That may have come from the shock of losing your father, don't you think? Yeah, you guys have no idea what you're saying. Even if you deny your father, aren't your thoughts and actions the same? Particularly, your belief of sacrificing others to protect yourself. And finally, your crimes were brought to light, just as his were. Just kidding. I don't know anything about that warehouse. Had nothing to do with the kidnapping after all. In order to threaten Judge Courtney, it's clear that you partook in the kidnapping.
Objection!
How scary. Those who get involved with you will be charged with all sorts of crimes. In the end, there's no evidence for the instigation and for the kidnapping. Not at all. Or what? Are you gonna forge some evidence, just like Blaze and the rest? Yeah, I'll do nothing of the sort. I can't let him provoke me. You always say, I'll pursue the truth, no matter what, right? Ha! Don't you mean only the truth that's most convenient to you? After all, that's how the police pull the wool over the eyes of those without power. And that's what my revenge why my revenge was necessary. None of you can catch me. Not Patricia, not Blaze, and not even you. It's head to earth at this rate. Isn't there anything we can do? though all my logic points to this man. I just need evidence. Even a single piece of evidence would suffice. Well, it's been a fun show, but it looks like it's time for the curtains to close. If you'd like, why don't you come and see my next performance? I'll let you if you admit defeat. Hold it. Who was that? Hey, it's our boy. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Edgeworth. Gummy, where'd you go? I was just doing the job that I'm able to do, pal. Detective Gumshoe, your report, please. I did a quick investigation, sir, about the warehouse John was at. That refrigerated warehouse is currently being rented by the very big circus, just as Mr. Edgeworth said. Ha ha ha! So it's finally here. Our trump card. Well done, Detective Gumshoe. Now then, Mr. Keys. There must be some mistake. Maybe it has something to do with the circus? I see. Indeed, we are not well informed with the affairs of the circus. In that case, why don't we get your boss's opinion on this? Regina. Yeah. We are renting a refrigerated warehouse to store the animals' food, but I don't know much about the place. After all, I let Simon handle everything. Good, curse you! Yeah, Simon, how scary! What a shame. It seems your desperate actions after the crime were in vain. If the body was found in a warehouse, suspicion would have fallen on you, the one in charge. That's why you specifically moved the body back to the Grand Tower, wasn't it? Yeah. However, us finding John confined at the warehouse was a fatal mistake on your part. Our resident great thief and detective are both rather exemplary. What's wrong? I can't even tell through your face paint that you're looking pale. It's not over yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Your logic is missing the most important piece of evidence. Oh, please do tell. Isn't it obvious? Evidence that I killed the body double with a balloon. You can't present it, can you? After all, there's no way such evidence could possibly exist. The evidence? It exists. What you say? If Mr. Keys murdered the victim, traces of the murder should still remain here. Well, I mean, on the fucking balloon. Right, are we really gonna present the balloon, like for the, what, fourth time now? It should become clear once we examine the basket of this balloon. Yeah, the balloon again. Didn't you already find the bullet hole? There's no way you'll find anything else there. That's, it'll be fine, right, Miss Edgeworth? Miss Edgeworth's a hero who always finds the truth, no matter what he's up against. That's right, pal. Of course it's gonna be fine. Probably. Mr. Edgeworth has gotten out of more impossible situations than I can count. Miles, I believe in you too. But more importantly, I'm sure your old man watching over you believes in you as well. Hello, I believe in you. I'm dead. Miles Edgeworth, calm down and think. You're just one step away from the perfect proof. The body double was killed by this balloon. The proof lies in the pudding. In the traces left on the basket. Simon Keys, it's time for you to atone for your crimes. I'll see it with my own eyes. The moment this past case is settled once and for all. Please, Prosecutor Edgeworth, deliver the final blow to this unforgivable person. This is the final piece of evidence that proves your crimes. What traces were left on the balloon that crushed the victim? I guess the flower things. Do I present the flower or the guy? I guess the flower probably.
Take that!
Yeah. When John found the body... A bouquet of lion lilies was there as well. Lion lilies, the flowers from Zhengfa that represent the bond between parent and child. That's your evidence? Surely they must be buried under a mountain of garbage by now. Moreover, the one who threw it away was John himself. That's not much of a bond now, is it? That language of flowers stuff has nothing to do with this. Calm down, John. Certainly, you may have thrown the flowers away. However, I believe those emotions remain as strong as ever. Ch-ch-ch. Those bonds will surely protect you from that man in the form of my final piece of evidence. What the heck are you talking about? Those flowers were crushed, ergo they must have come into contact with a murder weapon. Perhaps we'll find the very same pollen still stuck to the basket of your balloon. No way, no way, no way. You guys examined the basket just a few moments ago. If there had been any yellow pollen stuck on there, wouldn't you have noticed it then? Mr. Keys, evidence is not restricted to what you can see with a naked eye. What? Emma? Yes? Would you perform one more scientific investigation for us? Leave it to me. The balloon's basket, right? Okay, this time they don't make me do it. Ah, a reaction. This is clearly pollen from a yellow flower. We'll find out soon enough whether or not it's from the same flower. What? Should have maybe done some cleanup on your balloon there, buddy. I'd say this proves that the body double's death was caused directly by your own hand. No way, that can't be, You crushed the body double to death on the roof of the tower. Then you retrieved the body and hid it in the warehouse. Why did he have to go to the trouble of retrieving the body? 2 nights ago, he knew that a separate incident would occur at the tower. Ah, Miss Cranes. Precisely. Leaving the body there would have disrupted his plans. I see, but even so, he couldn't leave the body in the circus warehouse either. Exactly, so the next day, when he was bringing the body back to the tower once again, he saw the small fire John started, which caused the Mozilla's head to fall. Was that when the idea came to you? Your plan to pin the crime on John? Yeah, it must have been a funny sight. Seeing... it's like... I don't know, it's like getting run over by a... There's that clip from one of the Austin Power movies, right? Where somebody gets run over by a... What's that thing called? You know, that huge vehicle with a large round... A fucking road roller! Roda! One of those. It was probably something like that. On the roof there. But let's continue. Gah! You made it look like the murder weapon was the fallen head. Such foul, cowardly behavior. For that reason, you carried the doublet's body in the balloon and lowered it into the firm lot. At that time, the figure of the body double being lowered down by a rope was captured in John's video recording. I see, I kinda forgot about that. Damn, it was all... You saw through it all? Damn it! Damn you! You manipulated animals, you manipulated people, and you manipulated cases. Almost as if you were a king. However, it's now all come to an end. Simon, the animals have gotten angry, even Money and Astique. You never thought of them as your friends at all. How sad. Damn it! Don't look down at me. Look at me with those eyes. Huh. It's about time you went back to being a mere clown. Got him. A fitting end to your pitiful jester's act. Ugh! Stay away! Get away from me! Stop it, please stop it! Daddy, help me! I'm scared. I'm so scared. I don't know anything. Didn't do anything bad. They were the bad ones, weren't they? Horace, why? Why did you stop me? If you hadn't done that, I couldn't even trust the police. Nobody would help me. Well, there were certainly some sad circumstances surrounding you, Simon, but that doesn't make what you did good. But that man back then, he saved me. Yeah, that would be cool. So I used everyone else. What's wrong with that? Stop it! Don't come any closer! Stop! Ow, ow, ow. Well, I guess it's happening. Animal justice is being... Whoa! Okay, that's a good one. The fucking monkey literally just fucking punching that guy. That rules. And we didn't see it, but apparently the tiger delivered the final blow. It seems the game is finally over. Oh, hey, buddy. Shelley the killer! Pretty impressive guts of this guy to just show himself in front of the police and all that. Mr. Edgeworth, I must thank you. You have exposed the true identity of the mastermind. Now I am free to go. What? Drawing a gun would be most inadvisable. Stay where you are and do not move. I don't have a gun. You do have a gun, do you not? You intended to draw and fire it without anyone noticing. You must have taken it from the body double when he killed him. This man has betrayed his bond of trust with me. He would have me kill the president while knowing full well he was the body double. Lying about a target is an extremely dangerous thing to do to an assassin. Not having all the cards on the table can seriously jeopardize an assassination. However, what is even more unforgivable is your deception and your attempt to manipulate me. The time has come for your retribution. Stop! I mean, hey, maybe don't. Oh. The cool killers. Face to face. You are. It has been far too long, Shelley. I put it in the description of, I think the previous video. But somehow the two assassins are, the most likable characters in this game. Outside of, Gumshoe and Kay and stuff. Please step aside. That man is my prey. I must ask you to spare his life. Please permit this young acolyte to receive his proper punishment in prison. And if I refuse, this is the first life I have saved. I will not allow it to be taken away so easily. You saved a life, the assassin Sir Handogan. Ironic, is it not? That I, the one who has taken countless lives, am making a plea for this young one's life. He saved my life just as I have saved his. Before I knew it, I grew quite fond of the lad. You may laugh at me as much as you wish. However, I must ask that you spare the life of the boy. From one assassin to another, please make this allowance. I understand, if you are willing to go that far. You have my thanks. I am in your debt. No need for thanks. I simply felt there would be no merit in a fight to the death with you, that is all. And with that, I must take my leave. And he's gone. Dang it, wait! You're not gonna catch him. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I must thank you as well. It was necessary for this young acolyte to be put in his place. And that you have done. Now then, it's time for me to return to my humble cage, surrounded by iron bars. Right, Anubis? Right, boy? Hold it. Oh, look who's here. Hey, priest guy. You killed my dad, right? Indeed, I am not one to forget those I have slain. I see, you must despise me, boy with horns. In that case. Ugh. John! Do not panic, I simply lent the boy with horns my knife. Take that knife and run it through my throat. A single stab should do it. I've long grown weary of my wooden carvings. Revenge? John, don't do it! John, please, I beg of you. Until just now, I had intended to seek revenge, no matter how many years it took. Revenge? Revenge is good, really good. All your pain and suffering slips away. Everything becomes numb and you'll feel nothing. Yeah, you may be right. I thought about that while I listened to what you had to say. John! But the only one who would be satisfied with revenge would be myself, right? If I became a murderer, my mom would go through even more pain and suffering. Good boy. My friends from the movies too, and all those people who care about me as well. The boy with horns says some interesting things. That's right, I finally get it now. I'll never forgive you, but I'm not the one who should punish you. After all, isn't that what my mom, and that prosecutor guy are there for? John. John, you just said some really profound stuff just now. Okay, perhaps you should study up a little more yourself. Is that so? Well then, young one, it is time for us to depart. Where to? To prison, of course. That place will be our home. Our home? And with that, the case that involved and affected so many people came to a close. However, there was still one last thing I had to do. Retrieve your prosecutor's badge. Mr. Edgeworth, sorry to keep you waiting. Why'd you call Uncle Ray and the rest of us out here? Mr. Edgeworth? The formal proceedings have just come to a close. Huh? What are you talking about? This is the place where I once relinquished my prosecutor's badge. Yeah, tossed it like a mouse. In order to save me, when I was suffering from memory loss, A certain man once said, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I might leave in a body bag, but never in cuffs. That's the quote, I think. The only ally a defendant has is their attorney. By trusting in their client, an attorney draws closer to the truth. The sight of that man still shines brilliantly in my eyes. Just as the image of my father fighting in court does. I wonder why they never actually show Phoenix at all. Like, it's very clearly him that he's talking about. I guess it's just funny, like, saying. Just a stylistic choice. Gregory. However, this is nothing more than that man and my father's way of life. It is not mine, Mr. Edgeworth. I think I shall live as a prosecutor after all. I see. So you've made your decision. I'm sorry. No, I understand. That's your answer, isn't it? Maybe? It is. Okay then, that's the end of this conversation. Don't regret it. Even if you beg me later, I won't let you work for me ever again. I understand. But you know, Miles, mind if I ask why you chose to live as a prosecutor? Mr. Shields, you asked me this before. I've thought long and hard about that question ever since. How should I live my life? And after this case concluded, I finally found my answer. Right. I wanted to save people as a prosecutor. As a prosecutor. Simon Keyes, he too was a victim. Yeah, he sure was, in many ways. He lost a parent in the past murder, and with it, the ability to believe in anything else. I too know that feeling. The feeling of losing what's important to you and being unable to believe in anything. I doubted everything during my lonely battles in those days. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. The one who saved me was... Are we gonna see him? No. Mr. Keyes must have been all alone. Unable to find salvation from the law, he had no choice but to turn his hand to revenge. I mean, it is true that Blaze would have fucked with everything, so, you know. I want to save those like Simon Keyes. So, how would you save him? I'm sure this tragedy could have been avoided if only he could have relied on the courts. But instead he was cornered by Blaze the Best, who used the power of law for evil. That's probably somebody, right? Like a couple people. The form of the law can change depending on who wields it. It can be at once a shield to protect and a blade to harm. That too is a contradiction of the law. A contradiction, huh? The only way to right those contradictions is by joining in the court system. The one who could have saved Simon Keyes was not an attorney, but rather a watchman of the law, a prosecutor. I shall face the contradictions in the law as a prosecutor. I see. That's just like you. But you know, it'll be tough. It won't be just a walk in the park. You'll be going up against the law itself. You do realize that, right? I do. However, someone must. Yep. Uncle Ray believes in you too. The law evolves and grows, just like all of us do. I'm sure you can pull it off. After all, you're Gregory's son. Your old man would never give up no matter what. His eyes always saw only what laid straight ahead. Miles, when you chose to live as a prosecutor, your eyes looked just like your father's. It looks like you've grown up a bit. I really wish your old man could see you now. Thank you very much, Mr. Shields. So then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, allow me to formally return this to you. Please do. I, Justine Courtney, as a member of the PIC, do hereby return to Miles Edgeworth the rights and privileges of a prosecutor in the name of the Goddess of Law. Yippee! And with that, Prosecutor Edgeworth is revived. That's great, sir. So then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, it's time for Uncle Ray to make his exit. I have to report to your old man all about the traitor in the Edgeworth family. Thank you for everything, truly. The next time we meet just might be in the courtroom. I hope you'll be ready. Uncle Ray might not look it, but he's an ace attorney after all. I look forward to seeing the attorney my father trained in action. Take care. What a good guy. Prosecutor Edgeworth, welcome back. Judge Courtney, I must give my thanks to you as well. To me. You sought to fix the corruption within the PSC from the inside. That must truly have been a lonely battle. No, it was not, for I was never alone. Because that goddess of the law is always by your side, right? You made me realize that one could fight in such a way. The prosecutor's office, no, the entire legal world is caught up in this contradiction. And that, if that cannot be set right, there is a truth that will never see the light of day. It was only through your help that I was able to find this new path. One that fights against the contradictions in the law. I too find that promising, as one in the service of the goddess of law. You shall certainly succeed in helping the law grow. Let us meet again in the courtroom. Yes, I must apologize for my shameful acts during the trial 2 days ago. Next time I shall fulfill my duties as a judge perfectly. Your Honor, I do not intend to speak regarding your ideals, Prosecutor Edgeworth. However, the greatest judge I know is one overflowing with humanity. Even during a trial, that judge experiences happiness, anger, sadness, and joy. Is he talking about good old Adji? But nevertheless, always hands down the correct verdict in the end. It's difficult to say, but sometimes I feel that perfection is not always correct. So a judge too has the right to behave in such a manner. Thank you very much, Prosecutor Edgeworth. When I pursued and fought against Blaze the Best, the goddess of law was not the only one by my side. Ah, it's John. When I have this cut out with me, I feel a strange sense of courage well up within me. No matter how painful things became, no matter how strong the foe, when I remember that I am not alone, I am able to keep moving forward. Wrongs must be put right, for John's sake as well. John too lost his father in a past crime. That is more important to me than even the words of the goddess of law. Haha. Though I am sure the goddess would be angered by those words. Your bond with your son is the secret to your strength, I imagine. I don't have to be perfect, I just want to grow little by little. Both as judge and as a mother. That is how I feel. It seems there's much each of us has yet to learn. Can you stop with the Edgeworth, please? Agreed. We are still but children before the world. Let us grow in our respective paths until we meet again. I shall look forward to that reunion. May the blessings of the goddess of law be upon you as you follow your new path. Yeah, he sure is hedgy. Though I once lost my position as a prosecutor, I have now reclaimed it. So that I may tread a new path as a prosecutor, I shall surely reach the truth awaiting at the end of this path, no matter how difficult the path may be. If any seek to stop me on my path, they shall receive no mercy. This is all passing little bit. No matter who they may be, I will shut them down shut them down with just one word. That text was going by so fast. Anyway, yay. I'm wondering if we can interact with the bottom screen in any way. Doesn't look like it. Look at that! From back then. GG indeed. What's sort of scoop are you in for next? Hey, ain't you a journalist? There ain't nothing more important than information. You may be my apprentice, but you're still my business rival. I ain't gonna tell you everything. That's my mentor, alright? I reckon you're even more prepared than me. I understand. I'll get my information using my own 2 feet. Yeah, that's the spirit. By the way, would you mind me asking what sort of scoop you're aiming for next? Huh? Chief? Ain't no need to be stingy. I'm your mentor after all. That's just heinous. What up, what up, what up? Ha ha ha. What's he doing here? It seems that the wound on my left arm has yet to heal. The bodyguard who inflicted this wound upon me. His is a name I will never forget. Now then, shall I return to being a simple ice cream salesman? Perhaps this time I should try being a crepe salesman instead. For now I shall live a calm life, until my services are required once more. What services? Surely he has nothing bad going on. It's not like he was an assassin or anything, right? I might have been knocked out once by that prosecutor named Edgeworth. But I'll keep trying to escape. I won't let him dampen my fighting spirit. Ain't that right, Rocky? The gong that'll sound off in my next escape will ring. Until then, let's keep working out. Thank you to all the people in the credits. Maybe. Looks like it could be. Are you inquiring into my studies to become a pet groomer? I am working as hard as ever. I spend every day covered in mud. Perhaps this suits my true nature far better than the life of a newspaper salesman. Once I leave the prison, I hope to earn an honest wage as a pet trimmer. Huh? My sentence has been extended? Because I was Warden Rowland's accomplice? Oh. Why didn't you just... why'd you think it would happen from rat's ass to hell with the pet trimmer's license? Damn it! I totally goofed on that one text box. It probably wasn't important. Regina was really shocked by the truth about Simon too. I mean, I trusted him as my subordinate. But there's no use fretting over it. The show must go on. I have to do my best so that I won't lose to the magic or ventriloquist divisions. I'll put on the greatest performance ever, one that'll blow away this entire case. I believe in you. You can do it. Well, it seems that I have grown soft in my old age, right, Anubis? Right, boy? To think the life I saved on a whim 18 years ago would drive me to such lengths. Thanks to that, I am confined in my humble cell once more. Well, this time, that child is here as well. Perhaps I won't be such a bore. It won't be such a bore, right, boy? Thanks to the QA testers as well. Hey, those two. Today's dessert is chocolate cake. That gently melting moment of allure. I'll wait for you forever, Kate. I shall come here every day just to raiment it for me. Monsieur Shields, Prosecutor Edgeworth, I am truly grateful to them. I cannot believe I am able to eat your dessert once more, Monsieur Master. Oh, I have been allowed to distribute my treats in both the detention center and the prison. For the past 18 years I have brought joy to one and all with my delicate sweets. Cool. Oh hey, her. You see, thanks for everything, boys. Of course, I owe Greggy my thanks too. After all, I get to stuff myself with Jeffy's delicious desserts once again. Oi, next time maybe I'll use one of Jeffy's sweets to grade in a new drug. The tuck-in diet. You'll tuck in your stomach while you tuck into desserts. It'll be delicious and slimming, and also good for your health. Certainly. I look forward to the results. Man, I'm glad I got to meet and sketch so many beauties. But Mandy caught a glimpse of my beauty sketch. She had a misunderstanding and clobbered me in the face with my sketchbook. So in exchange for my sketch of beauties, I had one beauty to walk out on me. Oh, maybe it's time for me to start getting more serious about my life. Nah, do I take on the path of an artist, or do I follow the path of my heart? Which path would that be? Oh, and by heart I mean the heart of my new lady. You'll do fine, I'm sure. Mr. Bad, thanks for all your help today. I'll testify about the IS-7 incident as much as you need me to. Prosecutor Edgeworth seems pretty active too. He chose not to take the same path as Gregory, but rather to live as a prosecutor. Well, I'm kinda sad that I won't get to work with him, but I'll continue to watch over him. Heh, looks like you've grown up quite a bit yourself. I'm so happy Mr. Bad actually praised me. If you need a hand from Attorney Raymond Shields, give me a call, anytime, any place. Yeah, Maurice, that's the pro artist. My crimes were punished far more leniently than I expected. Once it was proven that I had been threatened. Ouch. No crime is more heavy or light than any other. I'm sorry, of course I regret what I did. However, I'm so glad I can still be together with you, Granny. Huh? You want to hurry back to work? That's right. The next corpse is waiting for us after all. Okay. Whatever you're into, I won't judge. I'm glad that my scientific investigation came in handy this time around as well. Good thing I rushed back here all the way from Europe. And now I have to leave again. That kinda takes the fire out of a girl, as you can imagine. But this is also that I can become an actual forensic scientist, so then I guess it's time to go. If anything comes up, be sure to call me up right away. The second I get the word, I'll dash right over. Oh yeah, remember how Ray used to eat his own notes? That was weird. The greater the father, the greater the expectations are for their children. Prosecutor the best, was it? His way of life shall be tested henceforth. Just as mine was. Miles Edgeworth chose to live a different life from his father, as a prosecutor. I suppose that too is an answer. Yeah, I don't know, Europe seems kinda stinky. Certainly wouldn't want to live there. I could never have imagined the truth that my old man was hiding. Unlike me, who only thought about the Lang clan, my old man was trying to protect an entire nation. But I swear to you all that I will carry on as well, even if the president was a fake and the real one was murdered. I swear that I, together with my men, shall revive Zhengfa. Someday I will surely show you all the Zhengfa brimming with life. Good luck with that. Crazed Ninja. Wow, Crazed Ninja voiced multiple people. I wasn't paying attention to all the names, so... I've asked everyone to stop calling me the best. I don't think they would. I don't like it. It makes me feel like I'm just spurring Pops' power. I should study even harder than before and triumph over Pops. I'll become strong enough so that I won't even lose to Mr. Edgeworth. Now then, let's start by thinking up my new nickname. That's the most important step. A lot has happened, but thankfully the film was a roaring success. The gossip articles about the murder A monstrous man appears from the mighty Muzilla. This is the true face of the monster who murdered the president of Zhengfa. Huh? Isn't that you in the photo, Mr. Powers? Huh? How could something like this happen? Now, it's fine, isn't it? It's thanks to those articles that our film is a big hit. Much obliged. Poor Mr. Powers, always misunderstood. Yeah. John, I greatly enjoyed watching your movie. It's not a big deal. It's not like I had a major role or anything. What are you saying? You played the key character who connects Mozilla and Gordy. There's no one else besides you who could have played the part. Yeah, I guess. Well, it would be nice if there was a sequel. I really enjoy working as an actor. Mom, before we head home, can we go buy something? I'd like to decorate our home with a lion lily for Dad. Then one will not suffice. You will need 2 more. One for me and one for Amy. Oh. For the supporters and for Capcom making this game, thank you. Yay. But there's more. April 8th. High Prosecutor's Office. Room 1202. Wow, we were really busy with all those cases, weren't we, sir? Indeed we were. Why did all those incidents happen in such quick succession? I feel like things are always busy whenever I'm around. Wait, Kay, wouldn't that mean you're a magnet for crimes? Hey, Gummy, that was rude. I do get the impression that he's not entirely wrong. So then, Kay, do you intend to resume your training to become a great thief? I don't know. Huh? Something on your mind, pal? How should I put it? Until now, I've always been chasing after my father, so that I could become a great thief, just like him. Like the previous Yatagarasu, I suppose. But watching you, Miss Edgeworth, made me think. Maybe instead of chasing after my father, I should find my own path. I mean, you didn't become a defense attorney, either. Chasing after a parent's shadow isn't the only path in life for a child. After all, it probably shouldn't be the default option either. I'm going to aim to be a hero in my own way. That sounds good. But of course, that doesn't mean I'm gonna throw away the name of the great thief Yatagarasu. No matter what sort of hero you become, Kay will always still be Kay. Thanks, Gummy. And Gummy will always be Gummy. Of course, pal, I plan to keep pushing forward on my path of a detective after all. Mr. Edgeworth, I look forward to continuing to work with you, sir. Yes, I'll be counting on you, Detective Gumshoe. Detective, you saved me many times during these past cases. You have my gratitude. I suggest you look forward to your next salary assessment. Yay, finally. Huh? What? Does that mean what I think it means? What's wrong? I'm saying that your salary ought to be raised. Really, sir? I can't believe it. Isn't that great, Gummy? It's like a dream come true. I can finally say goodbye to my instant noodle lifestyle. However, that doesn't mean you can start slacking off. The real work begins from here on out. You should prepare yourself. Yes, sir, roger that. I'll devote my body and soul to following after you, Mr. Edgeworth. Finally. The path Mr. Shields and Judge Courtney taught me is to take a stand against the contradictions in the law, and to reach the truth at the end of that road. What am I able to do? That is a question I must continue to dwell upon. Certainly, this path will not be easy. However... Yeah. So you're gonna think of Kay or Phoenix or Gumshoe or what? Or everybody? Heh. So what's the secret of your strength, Edgeworth? Bonds, huh? Ah, I completely forgot. That was sudden. What's wrong? I was searching for members for the new Yatagarasu team. Now that you mention it, I do remember you saying something to that effect. But in the end, I wasn't even able to find a single person. Can you imagine it? A team combining their powers in order to steal the truth? I wanted to create an invincible team like that, but... What are you saying, pal? Don't you already have a team? Together, the three of us can solve any case that comes our way. Yeah, you're right. A prosecutor, a detective, and a great thief. With the invincible trio of heroes that steals, captures, and pursues the truth. Hearing all that kind of makes me feel sorry for the truth. As long as the three of us are together, there's nothing to fear. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, you are correct. Even until his last moments, my father ran along his own path. I too shall advance along mine. Accompanied by my somewhat boisterous comrades, as long as they are by my side, I can walk forward without hesitation. On this new path as a prosecutor. Prosecutors and attorneys, the path I walk is not my father's. However, I am certain that the true paths are not separate. Though we may walk in opposite directions, our destination is the same. Why, you may ask? Because both paths lead to the one and only truth. Capitalized truth. Very important. And the end. Sure, I'll save the data. And then... what happens if I hit continue? Grand turnabout, end. Okay, just from the last checkpoint, I guess. Well, that's for the real Ace Attorney games, not for this. This is, this is different. This is different. But anyway, this is not just different, but it's also the end of this game, finally. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't continue last episode, because it took me 2.5 more hours to finish this, and that means I would have taken about 5 hours, probably more, for that last stream. So it's good that I divided them up. That would have hurt my throat. But yeah, the cases and the story and all that, and the characters for the most part were good. But like seriously, I feel like the logic behind a lot of the stuff you have to present, once again, it could just be because I wasn't in the right mind space sometimes or something, but I really feel like the logic was just worse than the main games. Like not just what you have to present in some cases, but also a lot of the time like, yeah, we're just gonna skip this here and explain everything, even though we could have made a mystery out of it, but we're just gonna explain it ourselves because that happened a couple of times, which was a little dissatisfying. So this game's kind of a mixed bag, I guess. But overall, I still liked it. So anyway, thanks for watching, hanging out, and slapping Simon Keys in your animal form that you have And I'll see you next time. I have a couple of games that I am looking to play. Not sure which one I'll pick, but we'll see what it is next time. So see you then. And I guess that's all I have to say. Have a good week. This one just started. So, otsukare-sama, and bye-bye.